saying, man, if the streets ain't talking about you, man. If I can't spin a block and find out about you, man, the people ain't about you, man. That's just what it is, you know?
But I got you.
Talk about it, man. The streets, man.
Yeah, this one's for the streets first. Stripes like a referee shirt. This one's for the streets first. Tell mama this the rebirth. Say I need church, I talk dirty. Put my hands and my feet work. Teamwork, put in pain, but gotta bring it to the streets first.
It's your boy Butta, and I'm back with another episode of that Streets First podcast. You already know how your boy do. I goes out and I brings them out. As you can see, I done went all the way from Harlem and I'm out here in Atlantic City. You dig? Checking out Bakin with my guy CHEO. What up, CHEO? And his partner, my man Ed. What up, Ed? Now Ed is from out here. You dig what I'm saying? Ed grew up and was raised out here.
That's a fact.
I'm just curious, Ed. You grew up out here, man. You now have how do you say it, a business out here where you grew up at. Can you explain and express to the, the listeners how does that feel, what that's about, what do you bring to the community? Explain to them the legal dispensary from your view.
All right, well, this was a big opportunity, right? So in the 70s when the casinos came to Atlantic City, there was no room for us, black people. There was no room for locals. So when we were told that another industry was coming here, I told myself, there's no way that more money comes to the city and people from here that love and care about Atlantic City, it's not gonna be in the door. So we're not asking for nothing. We're kicking the door down. So I made a plan, my man CHEO, and here we are at the finish line. There was a lot of steps in between, but the main focus was, there's no way another business comes here that could change not only our lives, but our community's lives, and we're not a part of it.
I like to hear that, man. Now, coming all the way from Harlem, you partnering up with him.
That's a fact.
You're in the business world. Like, this is kind of like one of your baby businesses.
This is the baby.
This is the baby.
It's not even a year yet.
Ooh, not even a year yet? Oh, so you guys kind of like opened in the beginning of April 2024?
Yeah,
that's right.
Exactly.
Ooh, okay. Now, what has the experience been like so far?
It's been a lot. It's been cool.
Give me
me, I don't even smoke, so I'm coming.
That's what I was about to say.
You probably like, what the fuck am I doing here? So, it was just, it's just an opportunity. I love business. I don't have to smoke. I can just do the tedious background stuff or whatever. So it was cool. It's been a 3-year journey. It was fun learning about weed and all the different types. I wasn't into it at all. Okay. But now that I'm in the business, I'm learning every day, and it's really cool. It's not just consumption, the end result with people doing the block. That's literally the end result.
This is what you call financial literacy a different way. What's the pros and cons?
I don't think we've been in business long enough to have any cons, right? What I will say is that outside of the other businesses that we've opened, it's a different experience, right? Like the weed is the fun stuff. The product sells itself. So, a dog could open up a dispensary and the weed is going to sell, but it's put us in a different position to be able to look at future projects in a different way, right? When I opened a sneaker store, when he opened his clothing store, you don't have to deal with state officials. You don't have to deal with local government. You get your license, you open your doors, you do your marketing, and you go from there. But everything is different.
Protocol.
Yeah, there's a lot of red tape, right? So April 2nd we opened, but that was 2.5 years in the making since we had started the process. We gotta speak to City Hall. We have to speak to legislators. We have to speak to architects and all of these people you would never understand that you needed to speak to. But it just made us say, okay, moving forward with business, this is good, but this is really just a stepping stone onto what the next great thing could be, because it puts you in a different room, right? Different businesses have you sit at different tables.
Okay.
So now you can see the forest from the trees. You can say, yo, you know what? I never even thought about that. But during my process of opening this dispensary, I realized that this is a business, is another stream of revenue. What are we doing next?
See, you talk about business, which I'm here to talk about. I love. I'm business minded. I heard you say something about other businesses. I'm gonna ask you about yours, and then I want to get into your other business as well. But first, yours. You're from out here. I'm hearing about this sneaker store, man. Can you speak a little bit about the sneaker? I'm in tune. I'm tapped in. So
Yeah, so it's called Swaps AC,
okay,
right?
Swaps AC.
Swaps is 10 years old, about the same age as Bakery. That's actually how I met CHEO on a sneaker run from another mutual sneaker
bully, really.
yeah, sneaker bully, whatever you want to call them. And then our relationship just clicked organically, and we've been making little plays since then. But we do the buy sell trade, the Yeezys, the off white, everything like that. We
Where
just
is this located at?
2800 Arctic Avenue. So if you're ever in Atlantic City, we're right next to the McDonald's. As soon as you get off of the expressway,
The Tanga.
the Tanga outlets. Yep.
Tanga
That's the
outlets.
name of that whole outlet, where all the stores is at.
Yeah. So
There's a lot of moves being made. Hey man, 10 years as y'all got in common. What's up? The bakery?
Yeah.
I see there's a lot going on over
That's
there.
a fact. Bakery about to be 10 September 19th, so that's a blessing.
Wow.
And I can't wait. But like you said, we met through sneakers. That was the culture. That was us. And we always kept each other in mind. So I had a mutual guy that was talking about we in New Jersey. First time I told him, like, I can't do nothing in Jersey, especially in the city. And I don't hit my book. He's boots on the ground. So that was a no-brainer right there. So that's how we linked up. So like back to bakery, that's my baby. So. And also got the restaurant next door. That's my other baby.
Hold on now.
Oh, my bad. So,
What's the name of that?
Fork and Key. It's Caribbean soul. Yeah.
Ooh, Caribbean and soul.
Yeah, hell yeah, fusion from my parents,
Y'all are right here next to the Tropicana, right? And I'm sitting here, I'm looking at y'all backdrop, you know what I mean? This is very elegant, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just curious off the name, like, fits perfect. How did y'all come up with that?
I was high. We was having a meeting and just throwing stuff at the wall.
Okay.
Right? We like the show Breaking Bad. We said we're gonna be the Heisenberg of this weed shit. And Breaking Bad stuck, especially because when you get into this business, you got all these experts that tell you what's gonna work on. And when somebody told us Breaking Bad wasn't a good name, we shouldn't use it. It just made it want to use it more, and the people love it. So that's us now, Breaking Bad.
When you out here, I see, we went next door. I don't want to speak a little bit too much about that, but if you don't mind, I see you gave back. You give back to the community out here. Can y'all speak a little bit on that?
Yeah, any chance we get to help or give back is not a problem. I do that all the time in Harlem. And we definitely have to continue to, and he does it at his shop as well. So you just got to.
That was just what you saw was the toy drive that CHEO put together. Little last minute stuff that we did for the community. Normally, I know it swaps every year. We do a book bag and school supply drive where we give 200 kids free supplies for school.
Wow.
Right. So we just try to pour into the communities that poured into us.
Well, I know we're talking a little bit about business, but I did come out here just to talk a little bit more about marijuana. Like,
No problem.
if you don't mind me asking, like, brands. I'm quite sure everybody's brand is trying to get into, the dispensaries. Like, could y'all give me some names of some good brands that you have here?
Yeah. So just to clear up, right? Everybody thinks that everything is so exotic. When you come into a state where marijuana is legal, unless that market is matured, and I'm talking 5-10 years, most of the same growers are growing everybody's brand. So I just want to clear up any misconception about marijuana in New Jersey, right? So we choose to go with the growers who we feel like do it the best, right? Because, and this is no disrespect to no other brand, like even cookies, right? Because cannabis is new in New Jersey, it's not the same as in California. Because a licensed cultivator in New Jersey has to grow the product for them. So it doesn't cross state lines.
Right. So whatever is sold here has to be.
Yes, whatever you smoked from Baking Bad was grown in Baking Bad.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Right.
Okay.
So that's how that works. So for us, I personally like Garden Greens.
Okay.
I personally like Kind Tree.
Okay.
Yeah. And I personally like a craft brand from around this area called Hamilton Farms. They have very good quality. They take care of, you can tell that when they're curating their marijuana, they do it with love and not just all about the money. It smokes like it.
Now I know you big on designing, right? I see like, y'all got the clothes and I'm just curious, man, where you going with this? Cause I see y'all got socks, y'all got sweaters, y'all got jackets, like y'all not just no regular brand. What's going on, man?
It's a lifestyle. So after a while, once people start loving they're gonna love the merch too. They're gonna want more, not just the weed. They want something more tangible they can have every day.
Okay.
So I gotta hit them with the merch. That's
This guy's a genius, and he does, limited items too. Like for example, this summer cookout time, he had a limited apron, a bad apron that dropped, right? So, when you look at some of these other brands that are not just for a specific market, Supreme doesn't just sell to skateboarders. Okay. Cookies don't just sell to smokers, right?
I seen the breast cancer.
The lifestyle things are important, right? Like we are the culture, we're from the culture. We are the culture, and we want to provide people with stuff to show that we here, not just we here, but we here, right?
I get that. What's like a top seller? Like, I mean, being in the industry, do more people like buying pre-rolls?
For sure.
Do more people love like the gummies? Like, give me some.
It depends on who's shopping.
Okay.
Is it you shopping? Is it your auntie? Is Nana in here? It depends on who's shopping, different demographics.
This
like
crowd is straight flower.
This crowd right here.
This crowd.
oh yeah, this is a flower. Flower crowd.
Everybody else pre-rolls quick and stuff.
Pre-rolls, when they're on the go. Edibles are huge. And the vape carts too. People like to be able to smoke discreetly. You might be with your kids. You might have an event to go to, and they don't want anything that's gonna leave the heavy leaf smell on you. So they'll come and get a disposable pre-roll.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, because I remember when I did come in here, you have to be 21. You have to show ID.
Yes.
There's regulations trying to understand dispensaries, legal dispensaries, trying to, I like to make sure that people have a great knowledge of knowing the difference between a legal dispensary, a smoke shop, or a smoke lounge. You're regulation-wise, you're not allowed to smoke in a legal dispensary.
No consumption.
No consumption.
No, if there's a consumption lounge, yes, but to spark up after you bought from us, no, you can't do it.
What are like some of the other regulations? Like, is there like a different price for someone that's, let's say, I don't know, age-wise? No, there's everything.
That's us. If we want to give some senior citizen discount, we can.
I'm a veteran, right?
Okay.
I was an Army Ranger, so we give veterans discounts. We have
That's what I was
we
asking,
have
like,
healthcare worker discounts. We have if you local and your ID shows it, you can get there's a discount for that. So there are discounts, but when you're talking about the pricing, that really comes from the cultivator, and until more farms come to market, the prices are going to be
that's what
a little
I meant.
higher
Like,
than
I
normal.
know that when it comes to veterans, and I understand, that's why I was saying, I know there's certain give backs and certain kickbacks when it comes from the city and Target and those type of things. So that's the real reason why I asked that question, like for the veterans.
Right.
And for,
Oh no, they
you know
don't
what I
come
mean?
on
Like,
anybody.
to make sure that
People from your podcast get a discount. We talk about this. Like, we do whatever we want,
not to throw y'all off a little bit off of the marijuana, but I do want to speak a little bit about your sneaker store. Like, can you give us a little bit of the understanding of histories of sneakers? Like, I see a lot of people out here, everybody believes they got a lot of sneakers. Everybody believes they know what real sneakers is, et cetera, et cetera. Like, I know that you, from what I'm hearing that you're a guru with this. So I like people that have been in the game for a long period of time that can explain, a lot that they've been through to understand why they've been there for such a long time.
Sneakers is just like any other hustle, right? You get somebody from the streets, they can give you the history of the streets and the products, and it's just understanding the product that you have what the market desires, what you can make. For example, right? Yeezys used to be a big thing. They cost $200. I might go out and get 30 pair. That Yeezy that I bought for $200, they might be going for $800 a piece. Now you might not even have the $800, but for me, you've been in sneakers. I don't even see the sneakers no more. I just see moving money. It's like day trade, right? So I might have somebody who doesn't have $800, but guess what they will do? A buy sell trade. They'll bring that collection. So they might have they might have 5 or 6 pair of lightly worn Jordans that they bought in, right? And in my mind, I'm giving you $60, $70 a piece, but I can make $100 a piece off of it, right? So let's say that they bought 5 pairs of Jordans that they were gonna trade in and they would use, and they gave me $250 cash. Well, that shoe was already paid for, right? Now I got 5 pair of Jordans and I wanted 800. My profit was gonna be 6, right? And now I got 5 that I'm making an additional $100 off of. So that $800 turned into $1,000. The customer's happy because they didn't come out their pocket $800. I got more inventory for my wallet. My money flipped. So anything is just learning how to get in where you fit in, and
Business etiquette.
and how. But people fall in love. Sneakers are an emotional thing too, right?
Okay.
They could take you back to a point in time. You see CHEO in the Air Max 95s, it might bring you back to summertime where you had light skinned Donna with the wagon. You thinking sneakers could take you there, right? But for me, I don't see all that. It's a dollar sign. So how am I gonna move this money to get more money? People come and they say, wow, yeah, I'm glad that you feel that way. Now spend that bread.
You think that way with is like that's your view? Because
So my view is a little bit like
I was
it's
about
the
to
same
say-
view, but I came from I didn't do buy sell trade. I wasn't buying nothing from nobody. I was just getting everything myself.
Okay.
I was in the streets with the resale market and stuff like that. So it's a same market, but just it's a little different structure. You know, at the bakery, I'm just flipping, no trades. I don't care. 'Cause I don't trust nobody else. If I don't know you like that, I'm not taking you. Because people be trying to swap a fake joint for a real. Nah, just selling the shoe and that's it.
I see.
And I used to undercut a lot. So a lot of resellers used to hit me like, you selling a little too low.
Okay.
But it's like me, like I'm just flipping. And I got a heart. You come to me, I ain't gonna hit you with 6, 7. It's 200. Give me 5.
I'm gonna hit you with it.
He's gonna. It's
I
different.
need all of that.
That's why.
Jersey is different.
It's different.
There's no taxes here.
That ain't gonna hit
I thought
you.
it was
like
no
800,
taxes.
he gonna hit you. If it's 800, he might
We
do
got
something
tariffs.
like-
We got tariffs. I like that. But you know, kind of like back to here, we getting kind of like towards the end. I mean, running businesses and trying to like teach the next generation, you know, some ins and outs. What would you say to an up and coming entrepreneur right now? Because a lot of them don't know, you know, when it comes to what it takes to have good credit, what it takes to, you know, get loans. What does it take to really be in this entrepreneur world? You know,
Right.
what kind of advice, you know, would y'all give to up and coming entrepreneurs right now?
I think the very first thing is like, if you don't pay for it, it ain't yours. So you got an LLC.
Okay.
You got an LLC it, and whatever field you're in, you know, you got a trademark for that field. Because you don't want to say bakery and somebody already got it, you can't use it. So I'm saying, you definitely gotta pay for it first. Do the groundwork first and research your whole field first before you really start. Because people want to do the fun stuff immediately.
Okay.
But do the background, make sure you're good, the foundation is good, then you start building your brand on top of that.
Okay.
And do something that you love, not no shit that you see us doing, you just think you're gonna make money. Nah. If you don't love it, it's gonna be too much work for you.
Great advice.
I would say the same thing. Do your research. Be prepared to hear no. It's hard to tell
You
the
said
younger.
be prepared to hear no?
Yeah,
Every day.
Every day.
Okay.
It's hard to teach the generations to come sometimes because their culture is, and their time is all instant gratification, right? So they expect that if I do a little bit of work, I'm supposed to get a big reward, and that ain't the way that the world works, right? Like I watch my kids now, everybody gets a participation trophy. That's not real life. So it sets you up for failure when you get in the business. You think because you participated, you're supposed to be rewarded. and that ain't how it go. You got to do your research, maintain your relationships.
Oh my, that's the.
That I was
don't
about
give
to
a
say
fuck
that's
about
pretty
nothing
big.
else.
Okay,
That right there worth more than money. That's
the
if I don't
relationships
fuck
and
with
this.
you, I don't have to get money with you. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, and be patient.
Patience.
Yeah, don't get lackadaisical, but be patient. It's not the same thing.
If there were things that you would want people to look forward coming from Bakin Bad, what would it be?
I would say my dream is just our own strand. That's really it. I don't give a fuck about
That's
nothing else.
tough.
This whole shit would be Bakin Bad. I don't give a fuck about nobody else.
That's
You
tough.
know,
having
that
your
emotional
own
connection
strand.
and people, all that shit. I know I can move that to the moon.
How, before you answer, how do, and I'm just curious, like, how does something like that come about, if y'all can just give a little insight? How do you go about getting into the field of getting your own strand?
You have to do a little bit of research. You hear people say they have their own strands all the time. They're probably talking about white labeling, right?
Okay, that's
to
what
have
I'm
your
asking is,
own
okay.
strand can be very costly. You have to know a chemist or a biologist maybe to be able to, somebody who can deal with the genetics to say that this is one of a kind. It belongs to you. So most people who have their own strand, they got their name on the strand. It's not their own strand.
Exactly, into the genetic part. It's just something that was already out.
And then
it's the
they
same-
slap the label on it.
Yes.
What would you say that you see that's coming from or for Bakin Bad?
Just success, right? That sounds like a blanket answer, but I mean success in a way of people have seen we're very visible in the businesses that we do, right?
Okay.
But it's a young brother, a young sister out there somewhere who might know me at CHEO. You know, my community knows me as Coach E. I coach youth sports and high school sports all through the area, right? But I want them to be able to see, yo, I seen when Coach E opened the door to Swaps. We seen when he opened that door to Bakin Bad. And then that wasn't even enough. He was never content. The sky is the limit. Now he got $1 billion somewhere. Yo, we know we could do that too, right? So when we think forward, of course, we want success. But for me, it's what legacy can Bakin Bad leave? What can I do? And can each one teach one?
I like the whole each one teach one mentality. It's the whole business mindset. You know, I'm kind of like proud about trying to highlight and spotlight what I'm seeing people do that's real positive. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't think that people really have an understanding about Dispensary. So you know, I felt the need to come and pull up on my guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy what he's doing. He's teaming up and partnering up with the right type of people. You know what I'm saying? And y'all doing some big things. Let them know where they can find y'all at, man.
You know, baconbadac.com. Same on Instagram.
Okay.
Bakery.hny. Larry's apartment. You know.
Talk to him.
Shit, I go on all day, man.
Well, they can find me at, you know, Swaps AC on Instagram.
Okay.
If you ever in Atlantic City, we at 2834 Atlantic Avenue, right in front of the Tropicana
Okay.
Casino.
Okay.
Any other mode you use to reach out to me, I'm assuming you're talking about some business, it's gonna cost you something.
Hey man, Ed, I appreciate meeting you, man. CHEO,
man,
you
God,
already
my
know what
brother,
it
man.
is, man. Hey man, your boy Butta is outside.
I'm signed.
I'm out in Atlantic City. I'm pulled up. Had to chop it up with my guy, get a little insight on his new baby. You know what I'm saying? He's here with his partner. We outside, man. Learn a little more. That's all you gotta do. Bakin Bad. I holla. Had to pull up on my guy, CHEO. Shout out to the bakery. We tapped in, man. Legal dispensary. It's a lot going on in front of the Tropicana on Atlantic Ave. There's a lot going on, man. His partner, man, he got a sneaker store. Yo, listen, man, Tangier outlet. Yo, look, we gonna tap into all of that. You already know how the bakery moving. 10 years in the making. My man CHEO is moving, you dig? Bakin Bad, the dispensary, Atlantic City. I holla.